Welcome back, everybody, to a new sports type episode. Today, I don't know where Nick's day is, but we are here to fight for our right to party. Just like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and them Kansas City Chiefs. I was right. Back-to-back champions. You cannot bet against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, etc. You can't bet against them. They're back-to-back champions for a reason. We're gonna be talking about, the Super Bowl, what happened there. Uh, did they cheat? Did the NFL cheat? I don't know. There's a bunch of videos going around about second down going to first down. I don't know what's going on there. But all I know is the Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back champions. We're gonna be talking about how the 49ers defensive coordinator is out, right? Um, is Mike Zimmer going to go to Dallas as the defensive coordinator? That'd be pretty crazy. Also, Steelers released, Mitchell Trubisky, a former Chicago Bears quarterback. Is a new one going to be going there soon? I don't know. Then we're going to be talking about Steve Wilkes out as the Niners DC, right? As I mentioned, the NFL awards recap. Did Josh Allen deserve that one MVP voting to ruin Lamar Jackson chances at a unanimous MVP, second time in the NFL history? I don't know. We're going to be talking about that. Also, another banger for today. We got the NBA trade deadline recap. What happened there? Were there any great moves? I think the best move for me. Well, we're going to be talking about that later on. So let's start right now with the Super Bowl recap.
Yes, sir. Before we get into the Super Bowl, though, I will like to say prayers up to those affected by the shooting at the Kansas City parade. Sports is never that serious. One dead, 22 injured, and several of them being kids. Sports is never that serious, so prayers up to those affected. But
I 100% agree. I mean, yeah, that Super Bowl parade was really fun to watch actually. Until that point, it really put in perspective that something that great can be shot down so, no pun intended, but something that great can be shot down that quickly by this serious incident, right? And it can really turn the mood drastically. So for, the time being, our prayers go out to those who are injured, right? I think there was 21 injured, two dead. So go out to those, two people and their family members, right? So let's just move on from this. Congratulations to the Chiefs again, but that was a devastating, incident for on during the parade.
yeah, for sure. But getting into the Super Bowl recap now, obviously, as Gio stated, the Chiefs did get it done. They went back to back, first time since 2003, 2004, when who else did it but Tom Brady? And Mahomes is a new Brady, so it only makes sense. Um,
Oh, is he
obvi-
though? Is he? You see. I'm sorry to interrupt your great, monologue real quick. Um, Patrick Mahomes is his own. He's his own quarterback.
no,
I
the reason
hate
I
the
say,
comparisons
I mean, the
between
reason I
Tom
say he's a new
Brady.
Brady is because people are sick of how he's winning so fast, and that's exactly what happened with Brady.
See, and that's the thing there is Patrick Mahomes was one of the most beloved players in the NFL. Just because he's winning, just because he's great, don't hate on the kid.
Well, you know how sports fans are these days, Gio.
Yeah, I'm sorry everybody else passed up on Patrick Mahomes in the first round. I'm sorry if you've seen all the reporters, everyone, was saying how bad he was, how he didn't have the athleticism, how he didn't have, the discipline, right? He didn't have the size. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes for a reason.
Yeah, definitely.
And he went against the hate, and he's just that good. Don't hate on the kid, accept the greatness and be thankful for it.
Yeah, for sure. Because as we've seen, Brady's gone. The league's not the same. The same thing's going to happen with Mahomes. So just appreciate greatness when you can.
Right.
But they're obviously looking for three, as they said in their parade. They're trying to go back to back for the first time in NFL history. But to get to this Super Bowl recap, obviously At first, it was looking like the 49ers were going to take this one. I will say that. But you never are out of it with Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes and the offense just needed one big play to get going. And that big play was a special teams miscue by the 49ers that led to the Chiefs taking the lead for the first time. And after that, the Chiefs were not to be stopped. Obviously, unfortunately for the 49ers, Dre Greenlaw did get hurt, tearing his Achilles running onto the field, which was a big impact on the 49ers. Who knows if they would have won with Dre Greenlaw? I think they would have had a better shot, but no one will know if they would have won. Very devastating injury for Greenlaw, and prayers up to him as well, as he had successful surgery today. But for the Chiefs, obviously, they got the job done. Mahomes got the job done. Kelsey got the job done. That defense was the main reason they won. Holding that 49ers explosive offense to, I think, one touchdown is absolutely insane. Chris Jones pretty much saved the game by himself twice. And that is the main reason why they won and why Steve Spagnuolo got the extension that he deserved. For the 49ers, this game falls solely on Kyle Shanahan for me. He went away from what was working. The run game was working perfectly from the beginning, and he went away from it. Told Brock Purdy to throw, I think, 11 straight passes, and he went 4 for 11. When they were running the ball, Purdy was more comfortable. He's not a passing first quarterback. You have to establish the run first to get him comfortable. And I think going away from the run is what lost the 49ers the game.
So I think it was because of the defense, right? The Chiefs defense, why they won the game, especially since, they couldn't get anything really offensively going in the first half. It really goes to me not on Brock Purdy and that offense, but for for it is on that offense. Let's be honest. I think that defense did get winded, but you look at the offense and you look at George Kittle. He had one reception for like 5 yards.
2 for 4.
Right.
And
You look,
he thinks he's the best in the league. Okay.
well, he is the best all around tight end. I will agree with that. I will agree with that.
Kelsey, all around, yeah, but Kelsey's better, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's the best tight end. All around tight end though. I'm going with Kittle, and I understand the reasons why for that. But best tight end in the league obviously goes to Kelsey because his receiving ability, it just is a mile ahead of everyone else's.
I mean, Travis had one catch for 1 yard at halftime. He ended with 93 yards.
Right. And it just shows you how explosive he can be at times. But for me, yes, it is on George Kittle, right? Like I said, you said what, 2 receptions, 4 yards. You look at Deebo Samuels, yeah, he had some plays, but I do believe Shanahan needed to draw better plays for Deebo to get going. You can't just expect, like a jet sweep or something like that and expect him to do the rest of it. You got, Ayuk out there who didn't produce a lot, actually. Um, I think really it falls on those three guys. Brock Purdy looking for those guys, and
Yeah.
he had everyone out there.
I mean, sorry to interrupt, but your leading receiver is your running back. That tells you everything you
Right,
need to know.
right. And he threw for a touchdown. And he threw for a touchdown, which was crazy.
No, Jawan Jennings threw that touchdown to
Oh, my bad.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
And
anyway,
Jawan Jennings was the best receiver, which
yeah,
he's
yeah,
supposed to
that's
be
what
the
I'm saying.
fourth
Yeah,
stringer.
Jennings, my bad. Yeah, I thought he was a running back too, but Jennings, yeah. Jennings to me was the most impactful player on the 49ers offense
And he's
behind
supposed to be the
Christian
fourth
McCaffrey.
most.
Right. And he had he threw for a TD, he caught a TD.
Yeah.
I mean, he did everything he could. Same with
hmm
McCaffrey. These other guys had to step up, and I think Shanahan had to get these guys open, get these guys, great looks, and he just didn't do that. It's unfortunate for him. He's on the wrong side of history for these past 3 Super Bowls now. I do believe he
Yeah.
lost.
One with the Falcons as OC, obviously the infamous 28-3.
Right.
And then one against Mahomes, 10 nothing in the
Right.
third quarter, halfway through the third, and they blew it. And then this one, of course.
Right. And then you also look at the 49ers. They lost their last 7 times they've been into the Super Bowl or NFC Championship game, and it's just sad to see.
I
For
think,
them.
oh, go ahead, keep going.
No, I was just saying, it is sad to see for them. Not for me personally. I could care less
Not for
about
me. I'm a Cowboys
it.
fan.
I know,
Whatever.
and I know you don't like them. But I'm saying for them, it is sad. It is sad to see for them because they do work so hard. They do have great talent, great teams, coming into the season every single year, and they get so close every time, but yet, they can't finish the job.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate and a terrible way to lose, especially to Patrick Mahomes to lose on a game-winning touchdown drive basically twice in the past 5 years to the same quarterback is very tough. Um,
And
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say George Kittle did say in that 2020 Super Bowl that he will be back with a vengeance. 2 catches for 4 yards is not a vengeance for me.
Yeah, and I do believe he probably definitely thought about that and what he said. I mean, is it his fault that he had 2 receptions and only four
I don't
yards?
believe so. I believe, as I said, this game falls on the coach.
The game falls on the coach 100%, like always. But you look at this defense for the Kansas City Chiefs. You had Snead out there playing his heart out. You had
McDuffie,
Jones. Yeah, it's like all these guys out there who people said they were mediocre, if not good, at the beginning part of the season, came out to be elite playmakers in the Super Bowl when it mattered, right? So, all the credit to those guys on the defensive side, and then all the credit to the offensive guys, right? You had who was it?
the
Um,
one who scored the game winner,
yeah, I forget. He went to the Jets.
Hardman.
Hardman, right? Yeah, Hardman. Going to the Jets, coming back. Everyone's all hands on deck, right? Like they supported him coming back, right? Integrated him into their offense once again, and he made the game-winning play. That shows you how great of an offense this really is, and how great of a team effort this offense is, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, really. So this is what that offense did, and it's not just one player like Travis Kelce. As you saw, it was multiple different players that made an impact on the Super Bowl win.
Yeah, for sure. I also believe it comes down to coaching. Obviously, Andy Reid is one of the best to ever do it. This was by far on paper the worst Kansas City Chiefs team in the past, I'll say 5 years. And no one expected them to make it past the they expect them to beat the Bills, but they didn't expect them to beat the Ravens. Obviously, you did, but many people did not. And it came back to haunt them. And I think this was by far the best 49ers team on paper in the past 5 years. They still couldn't get the job done. I think it's because of the coach. I mean, you saw the players say that they did not know the new overtime
Right,
rules.
right.
That falls on coaching. How did the players of the Chiefs, yeah, they already
But
planned for
they,
this. They had 2 weeks. They planned for this
but they
exact
did.
situation.
It was at least twice a week. They planned for, like you said, they planned twice a week
They
in
had
the
the
playoffs.
exact situation. They knew if they won the coin toss, they were deferring because they want the ball
Right.
last to
And if they
score.
scored a touchdown, they were going to go for
They're
two.
going for two, yeah.
Right.
So if the Chiefs know that and the 49ers don't, that just shows me right there, Kyle Shanahan is not as good of a coach as advertised. Because if your players don't know that and you don't tell your players that, that's going to come back horrible on you.
100%. And for you guys, I mean, yeah, fine. Okay. You you take the ball first. Okay.
Right. But
I'm going
Mahomes,
for it. I
Mahomes and
don't
the
care.
Chiefs wanted them to have the ball first. That's the
Yeah,
crazy
but I
part.
understand that. If you have belief in your defense, let's just say they do because it is the best. It
Right.
was the best defense in the league, supposedly. You have belief in your defense. You take the ball first. Why kick a field goal if you know they can match and kick the field goal? I'm taking it like Dan Campbell. I'm going for it on fourth down, going for that touchdown because if it's not a touchdown, you pretty much lost the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. But it was 4th and 6. They had trust in their defense, like you said. I think they trusted their defense a little too much.
A little too much, but even then, we saw the kicker kick a 57-yard field goal in the game. What did he kick? Two of them?
Yeah,
Two. He kicked
yeah,
two. So you're telling me right now that Patrick Mahomes can't get on the 50-yard line for this kid to kick a 60-yard field goal? Come on.
true. That is true. I think that's what separates many coaches from Kyle Shanahan. He doesn't have the guts to make the call that needs to be called.
Right. And that's exactly why he lost back when he was with Atlanta, right? All he had to do was make the right call as the offensive coordinator to have
Yeah.
the play clock go down, right?
He went to the run game way too fast.
Right. And this time he went away from the run game. I mean, it's just the decision making. Yeah, you have great players. Yeah, you can, get, a great system going, but can you really execute the plan accordingly when when it counts the most? And I don't think he can.
I don't either. I mean, he's showed it time and time again. And I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Right.
Um, but for this Super Bowl win, where does this put Mahomes all time on your list?
So I said this at the beginning of the playoff run. I'm shocked it actually happened because I think this is the hardest playoff run I have ever seen with my two eyes in my lifetime.
Oh,
You had to
easily.
go up against a talented Miami team in negative degree weather. You had to
Well, they
go up,
were they were injured, so it wasn't as talented as advertised, but they're still talented.
yeah. Then you had to go up against the Bills in Bills Mafia in Buffalo.
And then the
Again, another
Ravens.
bowl game. Then you had to go into the Raven, stadium where they had all this hype around the Ravens. They had players come back. It was like a huge, party for the Ravens practically. And you beat them in Baltimore. Then, then they say, that, it was neutral sighting, but Vegas is so close to San Francisco. It was practically a home game for San Francisco.
Yep. And you saw that with all the 49ers fans there booing the Chiefs.
Right. So when you have that, this is the hardest run that a team had to go through, and they were less talented every single time. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, I thought this is just like I want to say like a LeBron James led 2018 team or 2017 team, right? Without Kyrie Irving. You you put that team on paper, you bring them to the finals. Yeah, LeBron lost. Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl. That's the difference. He's
And
he's,
that's
he's number
what,
number two or three in my book.
yeah, I agree. Obviously, he's not above Brady yet, but I do believe one day when it's all said and done, he will surpass Brady. If this route continues, which I think there's a good chance it will, if he has this much success, what, 5 years into his career, he has pretty much the exact same numbers as Brady did. It's insane. And I think eventually he will surpass Brady, but he's not there yet. But I do agree that he's number two or three for the time being, and he's
I
still moving
mean,
up.
I think you can make an argument for that number two spot, whether it's Montana, whether it's like an Elway, or whether it's sorry, whether it's like a I don't know. Even I know Peyton only won two, but even Peyton and his passing ability,
Yeah,
you have a bunch of guys who won two or three. You can even name I want to say maybe Brett Favre only won one, right?
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger who won two. I mean, you got a bunch of guys. For me, it's Joe Montana. I had Joe Montana at number one for the longest time. Tom Brady at two. Once Tom Brady, surpassed, Joe, obviously he's number two right now for me in my book. And then he goes Patrick Mahomes.
that's fair. But yeah, to go back to your LeBron analogy, that's why in the during the playoff run, I was comparing the Chiefs to the like whatever team LeBron's on because you as long as you have Patrick Mahomes, you always believe you have a shot. The same
Right.
thing goes for LeBron James. Doesn't matter how bad the regular season goes or how bad the record is. You saw that last year. They were a seventh seed, took them to the Western Conference Finals. So as long as you have one of the best, if not the best, to ever do it, you have a shot.
For sure. And I know this is another analogy. You compare him to Brady. I want to say Patrick Mahomes is the modern day Dan Marino. If Dan Marino was playing in today's era, this would be his exact success as rather than what he did, back in the day.
Yeah, I could definitely see that for sure. It's just crazy because this is supposed to be his worst team. No one thought he had a shot, and he proved him wrong.
Yeah, he
So
really
congrats to
and
Mahomes and the Chiefs.
and Travis, don't forget about Travis. I mean, yeah, he
Yeah,
had a down year, but he made the plays when it mattered most. He carried practically the entire 49ers team just to get that last first down.
yeah, and I believe he had two touchdowns against the Ravens, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Yeah, he
So
averaged, I think, around two touchdowns a game in the playoffs, possibly. So
yeah, so I mean, great players play best when it matters, and that's what the Chiefs did.
for sure.
So congrats to them, and we'll see if they can do it three times in a row for the first time in history next year.
I'll pick my Super Bowl champion right now.
It's going to be them, isn't it?
It has to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's going to be crazy because they're going to get better in the offseason. There's no doubt
right,
about that. And then they'll
right,
still have Mahomes and Kelsey.
right.
Like, how can you count them out?
And Andy Reid. I mean, you have a returning team that's only going to get better.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
It's
that's
just
scary.
it's pretty much like the Warriors when they added KD.
The only thing I have to say is it is definitely going to be harder.
Oh, 100, they're gonna have that target on their back like 10 times
Right.
more.
Right. You also have, don't forget about Jim Harbaugh going to, in same division as them with the Chargers, going to bring that
Yeah.
franchise back to life. Then you also have the Raiders and possibly a new quarterback situation. They have a great coach in Pearson, in my opinion. Then you go to Denver Broncos. Obviously, they're going to be the fourth spot just because, they're in a rebuild right now. They're not going to have a quarterback. What are your thoughts, Nick Saya,
Um,
on the Kansas City Chiefs running it back for a three-peat in that tough division with the new look Chargers and the new look Raiders?
what happened?
What's going to happen with your Jay Herbo take?
That's what I'm saying. He has to go through Tua next year. Tua's had the experience in the playoffs now. Now it's over.
But he still lost in the cold. If he does not have the one seed, it is over. I hope you know that.
Now he's got experience now. Now it's over for the league.
I mean, he better be playing in like, Antarctica or something over the offseason because he's not gonna get better if he can't play in the cold.
He's probably like a prime Peyton Manning in that, except he's gonna win more rings.
Good to have you back. Um, so now we have three people here trying to fight for their right to party.
Yes, sir. So, Saya, what's your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
It was a good game. Poor results.
You wanted the Niners?
Brock Purdy was better in that game.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Now,
my
now, now
goodness
we're moving on. I
gracious.
don't I
No,
don't
moving
care.
on.
Yeah, I don't care what you gotta say about the Super Bowl anymore after that, comment.
Yeah, you really can't say that after he went 4 for 11 to end the first half.
Listen, Brock Purdy played better than Mahomes.
Oh my goodness.
He's phenomenal.
Um, so we're gonna be moving on to a different topic as of right now. Yeah, it's great to have him back for the first 10 seconds. Crazy comments coming out in the first 10 seconds. Let's see if it gets crazier. But but we get but we have right now going to Mike Zimmer to Dallas as defensive coordinator. I want to hear the Dallas Cowboys thoughts on that.
Yeah, it was official. It was the hire. I believe that it was the right hire. Vrabel probably would have been the best hire, but I don't think that was realistic because I don't think he's willing to take a step down from head coaching. I think he's going to wait it out for a head coaching job similar to Belichick for next season. So the best option was Mike Zimmer, in my opinion, and I think he's the most similar to Dan Quinn, where that success will carry over. And he's already had experience as at Dallas as a defensive coordinator, so he knows the system and what the players expect. So it won't be too much of a turning point for the players, which I like.
Honestly, the defense and the offense are going to take a step back this year.
Why?
Now they're all diminished. There's all these talks about get rid of Dak this, get rid of Dak that. The confidence,
Dak Dak's gonna get his extension. He'll be fine.
the confidence isn't going to be there.
Oh, he'll be fine. Trust.
I 100% agree. I mean, yeah, their offense is good. It doesn't show up when it counts. It never has under the helm of Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. And I can't believe Tony Romo called the Super Bowl. That's insane to me. But moving on from that, I mean, yeah. Then you add this defensive coordinator. Sure, good move. Was it the best move? No. Obviously, Rabel would have been the best move. Next best move would be Rex Ryan. I cannot believe you guys didn't sign Rex Ryan.
I didn't want Rex. He's been out of the league way too long.
He's still one of the best football-minded people on the planet. Rex Ryan would have been a great defensive coordinator for you guys. Would have changed it. The only reason why you don't want it is because he would have put Micah in his place. He would have put, Diggs in his place. These star guys under Rex Ryan, they wouldn't be able to do whatever they wanted. They would have to play as a team. And I think that's what the Dallas Cowboys fans are afraid of, is that, that you're not going to have Showtime, down in Dallas anymore. You're just going to have, you could have a great team, or you can have, great individual players playing the way they want.
I think Zimmer was the best hire personally, but we'll see.
What if Nick said, moving a little bit on, but not really, still talking about Rex, goes to the San Francisco 49ers after we find out that Steve Wilkes was out?
Well, the only reason that Rex was even considered is because he called Mike. The only job he'll want is the one he'll go to, and he only wanted the Cowboys, based off what I heard at least.
And the Commanders. I think he did want to go to the Commanders for a little bit.
I mean, I don't know why anyone would, but yeah. All right, go ahead, Saya. Thoughts?
The Niners should not pick him up. I think Vrabel goes to the Niners.
Who?
Vrabel?
Shanahan. Ring chase. You feel me?
Ring chase. Wow.
Except they lose to Miami in the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, that's a good take. I love the Miami takes over there.
I mean, Vrabel is the best option for the Niners right now. I can't think of any other potential coordinator that they could hire.
How much out of pocket is that going to take, though?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's going to take a lot.
Bill should go to the Niners, realistically.
Big Bill? I don't know.
I just think Bill's going to wait for a head coaching job. I don't think he's going to take a step back this far into his career.
You can get a free ring?
Yeah, I think he just wants those 13 wins more than a ring.
Yeah.
But, Vrabel. I think he's locked in.
I could see that for sure. But what's your guys' thoughts on we'll go ahead, Gio.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I like where you're going. Let's hear what
I was
you
just
got.
gonna say, what's your guys' thoughts on the 49ers letting go of Wilkes? Because I personally don't agree with it.
I mean, I thought it was the best move. Honestly, I think this is hilarious. You have one of the best defenses in the league. You go to the Super Bowl. It's not even your fault, technically.
Exactly.
You're playing against the third best quarterback of all time, the second best tight end of all time. Yes, we had this discussion, Nick. Third best behind Tommy and behind Joe Montana. All right. So you play against those guys and you fire your defensive coordinator and you didn't even play that bad.
Well, it's not even that for me. It's that the game result was not his fault. It was the head coach's fault.
Yeah.
So moving on from anybody was not acceptable in my opinion. Just keep the staff. The staff did a great job. They got them to the Super Bowl. The stats were the best defense in the league up until the Super Bowl. So it just doesn't make any sense. In my opinion, they shafted Wilkes.
He was the scapegoat.
Yeah, 100%. Because of the final drive, which wasn't even his fault either.
I think they just gave him an opportunity.
For what? A head coach? There's no head coaching jobs out there.
No, I'm thinking his ego's a little too big. Give him an opportunity.
Wow, you just want to humble him a little bit?
You know what I'm saying?
How about you humble Brock Purdy? Because he did not play like a top 5 quarterback out there. I can tell you that.
He played.
Brock Purdy's not even top 15, bro. Based off what I saw,
the top 3 quarterback of all time.
He is.
What? Is that why Patrick Mahomes is the Super Bowl MVP? Is that why Patrick Mahomes came back from a 10-point deficit?
6 AFC championships, 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs in 5 years.
Tell me right now, why did they win in that overtime game? I can tell you right now, it's because of Patrick Mahomes' scrambling abilities, taking it himself, getting that first down on that 4th and 1. Go ahead and get another first down with your wheels, and then go ahead and pass to, Travis Kelce. Yeah, he made a great play, and then pass for the TD to Hardman. Tell me that wasn't Patrick.
No.
Oh my
God,
goodness.
Honestly, I think more credit goes to Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, first half. I agree. He was the only offense they had in
In
first.
OT.
What?
In OT.
What are
What
you
you doing
talking
OT?
about?
They threw the ball in OT.
He had some phenomenal blocks. Mahomes would be nothing without Pacheco.
Oh my goodness, you're crazy.
I mean, for an offensive lineman, you would be looking at them blocks instead of the quarterback with the wheels.
Mahomes didn't have Pacheco in 2020 or the other Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Pacheco
played.
played great last year.
No, not last year. The one in 2020 with he had Damian Williams.
Yeah, but he had Tyreek Hill.
Reek and Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Tyreek didn't make Patrick. We're seeing that right now.
Tyreek made Patrick entirely.
2 Super Bowls since they traded Tyreek. Explain that.
Travis Kelce.
No, Tyreek did not make Pat. Pat made Tyreek.
I think they benefited each other. Look at what Tyreek is doing right now. He was a top 3 in MVP voting right now. Top 3.
I think if Pat didn't have Tyreek when he was first coming up, he'd be like Josh Allen, terrible quarterback, bottom
No.
20 in the league.
And can you believe he got 1 MVP vote this year, Nick? How upset are you? Because I am furious that Lamar didn't get a unanimous MVP voting.
Yeah, and of all people, Josh Allen, of all people,
I mean,
you could have done you could have done Dak Prescott, you could have done CMC, but nah, Josh Allen.
We're putting Josh Allen in there.
that is the most ridiculous
Bro,
thing about it. Whoever put that vote in he's gotta go.
He gotta go. He's out.
It either had to be a Bills reporter or a Bills fan. That's the only way.
They've gotta go.
They do.
Josh Allen isn't that tall.
There is no reason why Josh Allen should have been considered to be an MVP.
And it was
Damar Hamlin also got a vote for comeback player of the year.
I mean, fine, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But when
what happened to him is terrible, but it doesn't make sense because he didn't play.
He played a little bit. He had to come back. He had one of the worst injuries to ever occur.
One snap does not count for me, though.
No, but you know what counts for me is Baker Mayfield. That brother took the buck on his back to the playoffs. Won the first round. Yeah, Joe Flacco. Yeah, he played 5 great games, but he threw 2 pick sixes in the playoffs. What is going on?
You know what it is? All these awards are regular season awards. That's why.
Yeah, 5 great games. Look at the consistency that Baker Mayfield played in his only career as a consistent quarterback.
Well, I think they didn't target him as a comeback player since he already had been in the league.
It's a comeback. The brother was on his couch last year.
I mean, he was on the Rams for like a 3rd stringer.
A 3rd stringer, right? Then he goes ahead and he gets another chance in Tampa.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think they labeled him as a comeback player. They labeled Joe as a comeback player since he came off the couch.
He did come off the couch because he was bad. We saw that in the playoffs.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I think that's why they gave it to Joe.
He finessed the league for 5 straight games. And it doesn't help that you have Amari Cooper and Njoku out there, too. Yeah, that doesn't help.
What were you saying over there, Sam?
We saw what Baker did with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Tom Brady really the greatest to ever do it.
Wow, that's a great point. It has to go to Patrick Mahomes now.
Yeah, I agree.
Dan Marino at this point.
Hey, you missed it. I made the comparison because, everyone's making the comparison of Tom Brady to Patrick. I said if Dan Marino was playing in this era, he would look exactly like Patrick Mahomes now.
He would be way better.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm comparing the two as equals. I think they would be the exact same. Who knows? Maybe Danny would be a little bit better because, he has all the recovery things now, but.
Way better.
All right. But sticking to the awards, I think D'Amico Ryan's got snubbed of head coach of the year, personally.
100%.
Where's
What do
he
you
coach?
think? Texans.
See, I was gonna try to argue it and say some ridiculous stuff, but I can't even argue that one.
You can't.
Because, like, bro, no one expected the Texans to have the success they had. And yeah, the Browns were 12-5, but the Browns are the Browns. You expected them to be decent. No one expected the Texans to take that much of a leap.
And they went to the second round. And they
Yep.
killed the Browns. How do you play the coach of the year and kill them and you're not the coach of the year?
Doesn't make sense.
Honestly, I think Andy Reid should have been in that conversation as well.
100%.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We
With his
discussed
terrible
this.
quarterback,
Yeah.
all that.
I mean, it is the worst Chiefs team on paper.
As we were saying prior to the intermission, as Gio was saying, actually, he was saying how this Chiefs team was supposed to be the worst Chiefs team. So keep on going with your statement, Gio.
Yeah, just like Nick brought up, Andy Reid should have been in the conversation for coach of the year. When you have the worst Chiefs team he's ever coached go to the Super Bowl, and and after and after the Super Bowl, he wins the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, their regular season, awards, but it's not like the Cleveland Browns were number 1 or 2.
I think the reason Stefanski was in that conversation is because of all the injuries he went through. But even then, he did not deserve the right to win it, in my opinion.
Look at what the Texans had to deal with. They had injury upon injury throughout the entire year.
I mean, they had a rookie quarterback and they went 9-10-7 and made the
Right.
second round, as you said.
Right. And they
They
beat the coach of
both
the year.
they had good quarterbacks though. The Chiefs did not.
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking? No, you are right. They didn't have a good quarterback.
They had a
They had
great
the best
quarterback.
Yeah, the great quarterback or the best quarterback, whichever one you want to use. He ain't good. He's above that.
He's like
Yeah.
slightly above average.
Oh my goodness. Put him in the Kirk Cousins, category. Put him in the Jared Goff category. I mean, what
No,
else
no,
can he
no, no. Jimmy Garoppolo is below average. So, Mahomes is, in Say's terms, probably mid.
He is mid. So there's Kirk, the definition of mediocrity of a quarterback. Mahomes is the next player above.
So what's Tua then? Below average if he's mid?
Tua?
Yeah.
Tua's the best quarterback in the league.
Oh
Bro.
my gosh, bro. How does that
Well,
make sense? How does say a math make sense? The math is not mathing.
Football's a team game. I think the Chiefs really tried to make Patrick Mahomes look better than he actually is.
Oh my gosh, bro. You're
well,
just a you're just a Mahomes hater, man. That's what you are.
I'm just a Tua supporter. Y'all are turning me to a Mahomes hater.
let's talk about his other great quarterback in the league who recently, thankfully, got dropped by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is Money Mitch.
Yeah.
Y'all want to worse.
I think this was obviously a move that had to be done, saved money. They shouldn't have signed him to a 2-year, 10 million contract in the first place. He was never that good. So obviously, which I believe is the right move by the Steelers. And we'll see where they go regarding quarterback in the offseason.
It's a mistake by Pittsburgh, honestly. And it's going to be the biggest blessing to whoever signs it.
No. You know why? Because he'll be a third stringer on any other team.
If we didn't have Tua, I would be vouching for Miami to pick him up.
You know where he should go back? Go back to Nickelodeon. Be the Nickelodeon valuable player again.
What about when he's facing Miami in the Super Bowl? Tua
He's gonna
versus Brady.
he's gonna be sitting at home way before the Super Bowl starts. I promise you.
He's gonna be sitting there. What team he's gonna go to the Commanders or something. And he's just gonna hold that trophy up.
If
Except
he goes to the Commanders go 0-18, I promise.
listen, any team in the NFC could take him. Any team besides one team in the AFC could take him.
All right,
Actually,
Gio. I'm
maybe
sure
not.
you're happy about the move, so let's hear the Steelers fans' thoughts.
this is a great move. Unfortunately, it didn't matter if we had, Money Mitch or not. We still don't have a quarterback. It's unfortunate as of right now. But we have hope. We have moves happening as we speak to get possibly the best quarterback in the league. If he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he could look like a best quarterback in the league. Don't give me that side eye, Jake. You know that he'll be playing better than Lamar Jackson next year if he's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
No.
His name is Justin Fields.
You know why? Because that offensive coordinator is terrible of yours.
Oh, right. We have Alex Smith. I forgot about that. Nah, I'm just playing. Nah, you know what I think? I think it doesn't matter if we have Alex Smith or not. We have enough talent on that offense. We have George Pickens. We have Deontay Johnson. We have Pat Freiermuth. We would have, we have Najee Harris. We have Jalen Warren.
Yeah, but you say he'll be
And
better
have
than
Justin
Lamar.
Fields.
You'll say he'll be better, but Lamar's a better thrower than Justin Fields, in my opinion.
It doesn't matter when you have George Pickens. George Pickens didn't have a quarterback last year, and he still did the things he did.
He had Money Mitch for a little bit.
Oh my goodness! Don't
Yeah,
talk
and what
about
numbers
it.
did he put up with Money Mitch? 1 for 0?
He's got to get open better.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Money Mitch.
He got open, and Money Mitch threw it to the other team.
Hey, don't. Money Mitch is one of the greatest quarterbacks to watch.
Worst quarterbacks ever.
He's above Mahomes in the all-time list.
no,
Oh my gosh, Saya.
I do believe that we have hope, even if we don't get Justin Fields. I loved what I saw from Mason Rudolph in our, playoff exit against Buffalo. If he can develop a little bit more, he's more developed than Kenny Pickett is.
But the problem is, I agree, but the problem is, I believe if they don't get a top-tier quarterback, they're going to go back to Kenny Pickett because of how high they drafted him.
I don't care. Where was Money Mitch? He was a top 3 draft pick in the league.
I just think they're not done investing in Pickett, in my opinion.
Why? When you see how Mason Rudolph played, yeah, he was a second round pick in the 18 draft, I want to say.
Something like that, yeah.
Right? Even if he was a second round pick, we got to see what this kid can do. He's developed.
Yeah.
He put up points against Buffalo.
I agree, but I have a bad feeling they're going to stick with Pickett.
And I have a good feeling that we are landing Justin Fields, because if we don't and we start Pickett, we have no
hope. Yeah, Gio will be on NFL fan depression watch.
yeah, for sure.
But Saya, what's your thoughts?
See, when they don't draft a quarterback, or at least they draft a quarterback and he hasn't produced, this is where they will regret not keeping Money Mitch, because now they have
my goodness.
to pick it instead of having their season saved by Money Mitch.
Why didn't he save their season last year?
It wasn't the right timing.
Okay.
What do you mean it wasn't the right timing? We had a great team. We made the playoffs, for crying out loud.
Didn't you tell Gio? You told Gio that wait till Money Mitch takes over. You guys are going to win every single game and then make the playoffs and make the Super Bowl. That did not happen.
I slow down. I think I said AFC Championship.
Okay, still.
No, Super Bowl with Money Mitch. You said it's Super Bowl with Money Mitch, and I remember that.
So, why didn't that happen?
Well, I was talking to Money Mitch. We're very close friends.
Of course you would be. You're his only fan.
Yeah, literally.
Me and Money Mitch were talking. He was like, "Hey, Nick, what do you think I should do with the Steelers?" And I went, "Hey, Money Mitch, you do you, but my Dolphins are in the playoffs, so let's calm down a little bit this season."
And what happened? They got beat by the Super Bowl champs.
It was a lucky game by Patrick Mahomes.
What? A lucky game?
It was just wait 7 years when Miami goes 7 straight. It'll look like a fluke game.
What?
What are you on tonight, man? Like, really?
Hey, can I get some of that, bro? You gotta pass that on to me. Thank you.
I don't do drugs, bro.
Anyways, any closing thoughts on Trubisky, Sam? I know, it's your guy.
He will save whatever franchise signs him, especially Dallas if they want him.
Okay, no. Jerry Jones, I hope you're not listening.
Hey Jones, think about Money Mitch over Dak. They do the same thing. It's just Money Mitch is better.
Absolutely not. But moving on back to the awards recap. I know me and Gio over there are not very happy with the defensive player of the year um results. Obviously, I think Micah should have had a little more votes. And I think looking at the stats that Gio sent me, TJ Watt had better stats than Miles Garrett on every single stat for defense. So I'm not 100% sure how TJ Watt did not win that award once again.
Myles Garrett was the only defense player on that team. He carried that whole team to the playoffs.
Yeah, but he TJ Watt had better stats than him all season with I think 5 less games.
But Myles Garrett carried his team to the playoffs.
So what did TJ do? Because we didn't win a single game when TJ went out or didn't play.
TJ was getting carried by Money Mitch when he came in.
TJ got carried. I think Money Mitch got carried by TJ. The
Oh
brother had
no,
19 sacks this season. 19.
that's
I
the
think
50
I think it's
pressures.
I think it's like the NBA and Jokic last year. They did not want to give this award to TJ Watt for 3 straight years.
you just lucky Jalen Phillips didn't stay healthy all year, or Bradley Chubb. One of them.
None of them
would
are
have
the
Bro,
ones, Zaya.
they're not doing
Hey,
50 pressures. They're not doing 36 QB hits. They're not doing 12 QB hurries. They're not doing 19 TFLs. They're not
It's a lot.
doing 68
It's a lot.
tackles.
It's a lot
what,
easier to get to the quarterback when you have another all NFL first team player in Cameron Hayward.
He
okay,
was hurt for half the season.
how did
He was
Micah put
hurt
up
for
the
8 weeks.
how did Micah put up the stats he put up without another all
Yeah,
defensive
that's
player?
horrible.
But he's not an all defensive player.
And he was
He's
hurt
not,
for 8 weeks.
huh?
Hayward
No.
was hurt for 8 weeks.
And what happened in those other games?
He
TJ
still
TJ
did
did
the
his
same
thing.
thing. What are you talking about?
If TJ gets doubled every play and Micah gets doubled every play, Miles Garrett gets single teamed every play. Of course he's going to put up those stats.
I was seeing Myles Garrett get quadruple covered. I saw four linemen block him and let the other two go.
I
One
think you're
lineman
talking about
blocked
Aaron
him.
Donald.
Huh?
You're talking about Aaron Donald.
No, I saw it with saw it with Myles Garrett the whole season. I would tell
Uh-huh.
him.
And I'm not discrediting Miles. He
No,
deserves this.
Miles had a great season. It's just statistically, TJ had the better season.
TJ had a better season by far. What else could he have done to deserve this?
I think TJ's a little overrated in my opinion.
Oh,
How is he overrated? Please tell me.
Honestly, I think y'all
No,
would be
please,
better if
please
you
tell me that.
traded TJ and kept Money Mitch.
oh my gosh, say enough with Mitch.
How? No. We're not getting even started that because we all know everyone who's watching of the 6 viewers we got, they all know TJ's the best defensive player in the league.
He's like top 15 at his position.
Hey, how about this?
He's one,
Whoever's
and then
watching right
Micah's number
now,
2.
whoever's watching right now, if you guys think that TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the league, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below because we all know it's going to hit 1 million subscribers if people really think that TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the league.
It's gotta be Devon Holland. I think is a better defensive player.
Micah Parsons is better than Holland.
Micah's
No,
the second best. I
I
don't care
think
what anyone says.
Jalen Ramsey really balled out this year. I think y'all are discrediting him and his defense player of the
Minka
year.
Fitzpatrick is better than Jalen.
Oh,
Trayvon Diggs,
Trayvon
better than
Diggs.
Jalen.
bugging.
Absolutely not.
Trevon Diggs is just a wannabe Xavier Howard.
Oh
Nick
my God, you
Bosa,
are crazy.
healthy. You cannot stop him.
Listen. He
Aaron
balled out.
Donald.
But that's the only game I've
He's
seen.
old.
Aaron Donald's still the best in the league, in my
Oh,
opinion.
wow.
He's not
Wow.
he's not the best, but he is still effective at this age, which is insane.
I think
I mean,
Christian
he's getting
Wilkins
triple
is better.
teamed, bro. Huh?
Christian Wilkins is better than him.
Oh my gosh, no.
No. All right. All right. All right. All right. You know what? I love this NBA or NFL talk right now. I love it. Let's we already talked about pretty much everything else for the NFL. Let's go to the NBA real quick. Best trade. What is your guys' opinion on what do you think the best trade was?
Saya, you got a best trade?
Um, the Rozier trade, even though it wasn't deadline news.
Wow. Okay. That's biased 100%.
Yeah, a little bit biased, but
Like, come on, man.
but
I mean, y'all
but
lost 7 straight
yeah,
with
you lost
it.
7 straight even with Rozier, but yeah, best
It's
move
all about the gelling process. Once we make the playoffs, you'll see.
as the 8 seed once again.
Huh?
As the 8 seed once again.
8th seed, 6th seed, 5th seed, don't matter. We still go in the finals.
You fans say what?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
But for me personally, I think the best trade was the Buddy Hield trade to the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's a good trade.
What about you, Gio?
I mean, I like that trade a lot. Most impactful trade, though, I do believe is going to be Patrick Beverly to the Milwaukee Bucks, 100%, just because of his effort, his energy. They were lackluster energy-wise. Defensively, they were lackluster. They didn't have the heart and soul of the team that they need, right? PJ Tucker brought that and instilled that defensive mentality when he went over to Milwaukee, won a championship over there, right? And then you got yourself, Patrick Beverly in that position now, and that defense is struggling. Patrick Beverly comes over, changing, the whole outlook of that team. I love what he's doing, being a leader, exactly what he needs to be the first night he's in Milwaukee. So I love that trade.
It's a good trade, but I don't think one player can change the impact of how poor that defense is, personally. I think everyone has to step up.
Everyone does have to step up, but you need that leader. You need that accountability. And guess who's going to give it to you? It's Patrick Beverly. He doesn't shy away from it.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that part, but I just don't think that he's going to change their defense entirely by himself.
I also believe, though, with what they gave up, which is Cameron Payne in the second round pick,
Yeah,
defense massively improves compared to what they lost.
right.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
100%. I'm just saying, yeah, he's going to change their team and improve them, but not as much as Gio thinks. I feel like because yeah, he can do everything he can do, but as I said, the other players have to play better defense, and he can't make them play better defense as much as he wants to.
They were ranked 28th defensively.
Yep.
You have possibly the best defensive player in the league right now in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Possibly, you can make an argument for Bam Adebayo, in my opinion, but
Andy, huh?
That's cool, though.
but,
Andy,
Giannis
huh?
Antetokounmpo, Patrick Beverly's out there, Brooke Lopez is still there, Jay Crowder's still there. The only one you're looking at right now defensively is Damian Lillard.
I mean, yeah, but Brooke Lopez isn't that. He's a good defender, but he's going downhill defensively though.
He is, but I also think that with the energy, he can bring it back up. With playoffs coming around the corner, I think it's gonna, improve a lot. Patrick Beverly is that heart and soul of that team now.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Pat Bev gonna make them boys work.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%. You know that. I just think it's
and
crazy that Daryl Morey told Pat Bev 2 weeks prior to the deadline, "Oh, you're not getting traded." Then he's traded.
I mean, I don't trust Daryl Morey for 1 second. Either just James Harden for that matter. So
Bro, Daryl Morey asked the Lakers for LeBron, and then asked KD or the Suns for all of their stars.
Doesn't
if if it's me, I'm
huh?
saying if it's me right now, making an assumption of what's gonna happen with the Bucks, Eastern Conference Finals, beating the Boston Celtics in round two, playing an experienced. I hate to say it because they're gonna lose to the Miami Heat in the second round. My Cavs are going to lose to the Heat in the second round. It's going to be Miami Heat and Milwaukee Bucks in the conference championship. I don't know what's going to happen afterwards.
Miami goes all the way. They win.
I mean, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it, but
Hey
that
man,
could possibly
every
happen.
year the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, the Heat make the finals. Now the Heat don't win the finals, but they make it.
This year they win it
Because of Himmy.
Yeah,
Because of Himmy.
because of Miami.
Yeah.
they've had
I
him
mean,
the past 2 years. What happened?
now we have Jaime Pasquez Jr.
Yeah. I think he's rookie of the year.
I think
Oh,
so, but he won't be. You know who will be? Wemby.
Wow. I agree with that. I mean, let's be honest, his statistics are going crazy off the boards right now for a rookie.
Jaime is the best rookie from that class. But Wemby has the hype and the potential, so he'll win Rookie of the Year.
Well, let's just be
Exactly.
honest. The Heat took another steal. They found another star in the making for a cheap price.
100%. I mean, that, what, 20th overall pick?
Right.
So good for the Heat scouting department. They find a gem once again.
Always do. We make
Pat Riley, bro. He's the best at it.
But say it, me and Gino have been, arguing over this defensive player of the year. Obviously, Wemby stats do back up he could be DPOY. I think it should be AD just personally because of his stats. I'm also biased, but um, he thinks I think they won't give it to Wemby because he's a rookie. What's your thoughts on that?
I think there's one player both of y'all are forgetting about right now.
Yeah, Bam, okay.
The best defensive player in the entire NBA, Bam
You're not talking
Adebayo.
about Anthony Davis. That's Anthony Davis right now.
That's
You
Bam
but you look
Adebayo.
at no, but realistically though, you look at Wemby's stats and they're better than Rudy Gobert's 2018 Defensive Player of the Year stats, and he was only 44 games in the season. You add another 38 games, right? If my math's correct.
Think so, yeah.
38 games to the season, that's pretty much half the season. He doubles those stats, if not, let's say he, gets half of what he got in the half of the season. He's still above Rookie of the Year numbers. Or not
I,
rookie, Defensive Player of the Year numbers.
I think he could very easily win DPOY, but not this year. Being a rookie, and then also you need some kind of success, I feel like, to win DPOY.
Yeah. And that's why I believe that the league has both Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert ahead of him right now.
Which is crazy. Crazy.
Why?
Because Bam's not up there. And he's probably the only one above Wemby right now.
No, AD is. And that's a fact. If you watch the games, he changes everyone's shots and he controls the Lakers' paint. He's the only reason we're honestly winning games and getting defensive stops.
I ain't gonna lie. I was watching the Lakers Knicks game.
Yeah.
I seriously think I could dunk over Anthony Davis.
Oh my God. I thought you were actually going to praise him. What was I thinking?
I saw that one play where he blocked three people in one possession, and I was like,
Yeah.
who are these kids? Me, I'm yamming it on Anthony Davis.
I think you're just Pinocchio.
Me and my 13-inch vert dunking on
Say,
Anthony
I've
Davis.
seen you hoop. What 13-inch vert?
Oh, wait. He does not have a 13-inch vert. I want to say it's above 20. It's above 20.
My 13-inch vert, we yammed it on Anthony Davis.
Bro, you have more than a 13-inch vert.
My 8-inch vert, I'm dunking on him, bro. He's just
What are you
he's soft.
talking? No, you need more. You need more than 13 8 inches, bro. You need more like a 42-inch vert.
I
Yeah.
need more than 8.
You need a
To dunk
42-inch vert.
to
Right now,
dunk
you
on
have
Anthony Davis? Yeah, Anthony Davis is like 7 foot.
See, I knew 8 wasn't enough. I knew
you need 42, dog. You need to have that, Ja package, bro.
Bro, when Ja dunked on Wemby, that's what you need to look like, man. But yeah, any closing thoughts before we go into segments?
Who's who's the MVP right now for you guys? Obviously, Jokic. Jokic is
I
the
I
front
don't
runner.
have Jokic, sir.
No, I know, but the
Obviously, he's the
media,
favorite. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know. I don't agree with that. I think just like the NFL MVP, it should just be renamed the Center Award because it basically goes to centers every year now. Like the MVP goes to quarterbacks every year.
But it was only the last couple years, just because Jokic is the best player in the league, just because Embiid had a
Yeah, but
crazy
I think it's gonna continue like that personally. And I
really.
think, yeah, I do. I think Jokic is gonna win it this year just solely because of his name and
What
because
a
of the Nuggets success and because of the numbers he puts up.
Shea and Luca and Ja in his career all have to win the MVP at some point.
You would think so, but I think the NBA is going to continue to give it to Jokic and Embiid as much as possible, personally.
Shea gonna win it this year because it still holds in that international trend. And
Oh
so,
yeah, the Canadian. I forgot about that.
you know, so
I think, as I said last podcast, I think it's going to be Luca. I think it should be Luca too.
I agree. I mean, Luca's doing everything he can right now. I know for a fact that it's not going to be Anthony Edwards, but you look what
No.
that team has done and the jump he has made this year.
Yeah.
It is MVP-like quality because of the success that they are having compared to the last couple of years. And with the jump he's made, yeah, he's not having MVP-like numbers, but the effect on the game is there, like an MVP.
Yeah, for sure. It's just he's not putting up the exact numbers compared to a Shea or Luca type of player.
But technically speaking, for a most valuable player, it is the effect on the game, not just statistic wise, but winning wise, right? I mean, it's crazy the jump this team has made because of the jump Anthony Edwards has made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they if they want to win, they gotta get rid of Cat though,
Ooh, that's that's a big if. Why would you get rid of Cat?
because he's soft, the softest big man I've ever seen. Well, actually, second
Why
softest.
why
First,
would you get rid of Cat?
because he because of that picture right there, he can't even move a 35-year-old DeMarcus Cousins.
no one's gonna take Gobert either. Not yet.
He's actually the second softest. Sorry, go Embiid's the first softest, but yeah,
Maybe
Wow.
up there at three.
AD's not soft. He's been playing through every injury this year. In the past, yeah, but this year, no.
Yeah. But he's missed 3 games. That's it.
Yeah,
Congratulations. Huh?
2 games actually. What?
Yeah, never mind.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. Why do you think no one's going to take Gobert, Saya?
I think between the lack of offense, the contract, the bad rep around his name, I just don't think it'll be enough for a team to give the T-Wolves enough compared to what they gave away to get him.
So you think if they do move on from one, it's going to have to be Cat?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I can agree with that because even though Cat is soft and everything, he still puts up winning numbers. So he'll be more intriguing to other executives.
But
What
I
do you
see,
think, Gio? What? Go ahead, Saya.
I could see Cleveland traded for him.
Really?
Interesting.
That is very
Giving up Mobley or Jarrett?
DG.
DG. What do you
I
think
love
there over what do you think over there, Cavs fan?
I love that take. I mean, yeah, we're the second in the East right now. Won the last 17 out of the 18 games. That would be the best move for us right now.
You want a soft big man on your team, Gio?
Just to get rid of the chemistry and the great team we've built, yeah, I would love that.
Hey, y'all can't be a great team until y'all get to at least the Eastern Conference Finals. Donovan's
Yeah.
no.
If you guys don't get it that far this year with the success you're having, something's up.
I mean, you play us right now, play us. In a 7-game series, play us right now. We are hot. We are the
Yeah, right
hottest team
now,
in
but
NBA right now.
there's still a half a season though. That's what we're
That's why I
saying.
said right now. You got to play us right now. Play us.
But the playoffs don't start right now.
Let's
Huh?
What'd you say, Saya?
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
I was gonna say let's cryo freeze these guys all the way up until April, and then thaw them out just so that they can be ready for April.
I mean, I think you guys had this type of stretch last year, and then obviously it fizzed out by the playoffs, and you guys were a first round exit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we were. We got experience now, like Nick Sayers said. We got experience.
Yeah, but D
Oh,
Mitch had experience.
I don't care. That's one player.
You think that Darius Garland and Mobley learned from that 4-1 series?
If Mobley doesn't learn from that, we have to get rid of him. I mean, he's such a great player in the regular season. He played so poorly in the playoffs. He did absolutely nothing beneficial for the team. And for him not to learn from that experience would be terrible for our, success in the future. Darius Garland, him and Donovan Mitchell look like that they're, finding chemistry on the court. They can play together. As long as that they can keep that chemistry in the playoffs and not defer to each other, I think we'll be fine.
That's fair. But what's your thoughts on Timberwolves moving Cat though?
Oh, I mean, do what you want. Anthony Edwards is the sole, team right now, in my opinion. As long as you keep Anthony Edwards, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Debatable.
Talk,
Debatable.
Jay.
I heard Anthony Edwards wants to come to Miami.
Okay, everyone wants to come to Miami.
Yep.
I mean, ain't that the truth? It is the truth.
He told me personally.
You know who told me personally that he wants to come to LA?
Who's that?
Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
Wow, really? You're going that low, Jake? You're going that low?
Oh yeah, we're taking D Mitch to Gio.
Okay, yeah. You know what's funny is when you guys don't make the playoffs and LeBron leaves you guys for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's gonna be awesome.
You know what will be funny when we're holding up 4 more trophies and LeBron's like 45.
Who's gonna hold up 4 more trophies? You ain't getting Bronny.
We don't need Bronny.
To keep LeBron, you do.
Nah, he's already said, well, he hasn't said it, but it's been floating around that his focus as of right now is to resign with the Lakers no matter what.
That would be the worst decision of his life. But
I
anyways,
I also agree because obviously we have, well, not we. The management has ruined his career.
yeah, they have.
bring
But
back.
Magic, yeah. I mean, he pretty much brought AD by himself, so I agree. But now he's over there helping the Commanders, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But do you guys think the before we wrap up, that brings me to a question. Do you guys think the Bears should move on from Justin Fields and go get Caleb Williams?
Yes.
They better not.
I mean, yeah, you think they should because you want him on the
They should.
Steelers. But
Realistically, no.
from the Bears perspective,
No.
I don't think they should. I think Caleb Williams might be the most overrated quarterback in this draft class.
That's what I'm saying.
I
He's a Johnny
think
football type of player.
I think Jaden Daniels is better than Caleb Williams.
100%. Like I said, he's Johnny Manziel 2.0.
And I do think the Bears are going to move on from Fields, and I think that's a mistake.
Yep. I would draft Marvin Harrison #1.
I think that at the beginning of the offseason, that's what I said they should do is draft Marvin Harrison. The thing that Fields lacks the most is weapons.
Right.
And Marvin is the best player in this draft over every single other prospect.
Look what happened to CJ Moore when he started cooking.
GJ?
DJ, yeah, my bad. DJ Moore. Now look at Marvin Harrison, who's a better receiver. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, for sure. But I think the Bears management is going to make a mistake, unfortunately.
They always do.
So,
All right, Gio, you got a segment for us today?
Yeah. Big news. First top 10 win since 2019. Yeah, it was a great game. but it was even better being there. The atmosphere was loud. It was the loud house for the reason. You know, I love how much effort we played with. Judah Mintz, JJ Starling hitting two crazy shots. You had Copeland doing his thing, the boy from South Philly. You had out there, you had Brown out there. You had great players out there. I mean, goodness gracious, Chris, if Chris can't, he's just making those shots, man. I mean, I've never seen a type of player that has the quickest release in all of NCAA, and he's guarded like he's J.R. Swish pulling up. I mean, it's crazy to see this. Anyways, I mean, we stormed the court. It was great to see, and it was one for the ages. Great win. Hopefully, this can turn our season around, and we go ahead and go to the tourney in March.
Yeah, for sure. Great win for Syracuse basketball. As Gio said, great team win. Came to play, didn't take didn't take losing for an answer. They came out there, took the game from the start, and made sure it was theirs for the taking. And that's what happened. Obviously, Chris Bell is the sniper, and as you said, hopefully we can continue to ride this momentum the next 6 games that I believe we have left and make a run in the AC tournament as well. And then hopefully that's enough to get into the big dance.
Hey, don't forget about Malik Brown hitting them 2 threes.
Yes, sir. After he hit those two, I said, we ain't losing. Nope.
You can't lose after that. Look.
Nope. And those shots look good too. For a big man, they look real good. So I hope this is the Syracuse team we're accustomed to seeing from now on. And then hopefully it's enough to get us into the big dance come March. But sticking to college basketball, but on the other side for women's, congratulations to Caitlin Clark. She set the NCAA scoring record tonight. She only needed 8 points to do so and got it obviously right when the game started, basically. She got 8 points. So congratulations to her. And then big video game news today. The college football 25 trailer did drop. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go watch it. It looks very sick, and I cannot wait for the full reveal of the game to come in May, and then obviously for the game to drop in July on July 12th.
Who the cover?
They don't know yet.
Who would you say?
Probably Caleb Williams, just because of how prevalent his name is.
What? Gotta be
Should be
Marvin.
Garrett Schrader.
What? You said
Garrett
Schrader?
Schrader.
Marvin Harrison could be the cover too, yeah.
Oh, I would love that. My goodness. If he has one of them touchdown catches, oh man, that would be nasty.
Probably gonna be like Shador or something. One of those Sanders.
Yeah, it might honestly be Dion. I wouldn't be surprised.
If you have both brothers on the cover, that would be dope.
Or just Dion with the two sons.
That should be or that stuff would be very, very cool.
For real.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, bro.
Any music news over there, say?
For music, I'm gonna give y'all a nice little shout out. The thing is, y'all might not know who he is. He's big, but not mainstream big, I would say, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Sleepy Hollow posted the song 2 days ago. I think it's good. I like Sleepy Hollow's music. Yeah. But also, I need Lil TJ to drop the song tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for watching.
Wait,
See
wait,
y'all in
wait,
the
wait,
next
wait,
one.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
go
wait.
ahead.
I don't think we're done. We
Oh,
forgot something.
Dr. Dre.
What? We didn't talk about the halftime.
Oh, we didn't talk about the halftime.
That, in my opinion, was mid. Outside of Ludacris, of course.
Had to be like 20 plus songs in a matter of 13 minutes, 20 minutes.
And he didn't even bring beeps.
I mean, Beeps didn't want to go.
Yeah, Biebs, he asked Biebs, but Biebs said no.
He's like, bro, if I'm not gonna be out there for more than 10 minutes, I ain't gonna do it.
And the crazy part is he was at the Super Bowl anyway, just watching.
I want the beeps in there, bro.
I'm just saying, like, I expected more from Usher. I thought he put on a better performance, but obviously Ludacris took that verse and killed it, as he always does.
Luda killed it. Lil Jon killed it.
I just personally expected more
Yeah,
from Usher
yeah.
perform. I just expected more from Usher performing wise, personally.
I think Usher got carried in that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Even by Alicia Keys.
It's kind of wild.
Alicia was fantastic. That piano she was playing was amazing.
Yeah.
I do have to say
So
the set was pretty good.
yeah. Like the stage and stuff was
Stage,
and
yeah.
the changing of the costumes, that was dope.
I don't really love the performance. I mean, last year it's very hard to go from last year, which was possibly one of the greatest of all
You mean
time,
two
to
years ago, the Dr. Dre one?
what was last year?
Last year was Rihanna.
Last year was Riri. Yeah, it was Riri. Her pregnant, right?
Yeah.
She was pregnant too, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would have to say, yeah, 2 years ago to go from that to these last two. I mean, you can only go bigger from having Dre, M, 50,
Yeah.
Snoop. I mean, the list goes on. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
no one's gonna match that Super Bowl halftime show ever.
Mary J. Blige was up there too.
Like, no one's ever
Or
gonna top that.
we already know who's performing next year.
Who's performing?
Who?
This Kansas City. Taylor Swift.
Taylor?
No
Yeah,
way.
probably. She
No
probably
way.
will, bro. If they get married, I guarantee you they'll be like, "Oh, come to the halftime."
I
It,
want to see Justin Bieber out there.
it would be so sick if J Beeps like
Bro,
performed that.
just
Bro,
our old his
Justin,
old childhood songs, bro, would just be nostalgic.
It would be such a great time.
I mean, he would kill it. To me, I think Justin Bieber would have a top 10 halftime performance.
I agree. I wish he said yes to Usher. It would have made it 10 times better.
But
But how did you guys expect Usher to be sweating that much?
No, not at all, bro.
I don't either. It had to have been like all the layers he was wearing, all the lights and
All
stuff.
the lights, right?
It had to have been because there was a lot of lights.
Brother took off his shirt, walked off stage just so he can put a new outfit on.
A
For
whole
real.
jacket with like padding on it, bro.
Oh my goodness. Yo, what was up? What was up with Luda's boots, bro?
No, why did Luna have shoulder pads on?
Why did he have the shoulder pads on?
Bro,
That was so wild.
I don't know, bro. All I know, we need better halftime shows.
Thanks.
It was comical. It was good for what it was.
Yeah.
But it's no Bruno Mars. It was no, Michael Jackson, Prince Purple Rain out there. It wasn't one of those.
No. Y'all got any favorite Super Bowl commercials?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because I think mine was the the dynamite chips one. That one was funny with the grandmas chasing the guy with the chips.
I have mine, but I'm gonna let you go first.
That was a funny one when you had what's her face? I forget her name. She was Wednesday. You know who I'm talking about?
I know.
I don't think I got to see that one.
You never watched Wednesday?
No,
No,
I never watched it either.
I forget her name. She was also in the Scream movies. Anyways, um, I I want to say Agent State Farm with a neighbor. Arnold.
Yeah,
That was pretty funny. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with State Farms.
that's fair. State Farm's always funny.
personally, um, my favorite one is what we had going on 2 weekends ago on a Friday night. The Dude Wipes commercial, where they're all like sticking their pants down because they got their Dude Wipes. You feel me? All of us were doing that Friday night. We had like five dudes in there. We all used the Dude Wipes and we had to walk around like that.
Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm glad you went last.
I'm so confused. But thank y'all for watching. If you're as confused as I am, make sure to comment. See y'all on the next one.
Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think. In the comments, please. Thank you. If you've enjoyed, drop a like. You feel me? Make sure it's in Geo.
Hey guys, like three wise men once said, subscribe. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.